Right guys, hello, welcome back to City Skylines, and we're continuing on with Aurora. So we've got lots of little bits to do, I think. We've been doing pretty good in terms of the overall major buildings. We're still doing very well towards our goal of 75k. We just need another 2k people. We've got a huge residential, so let's go straight back in and start continuing to build up the borough of Zine. We've now got offices coming in here, which is really good to see. We're going to start, I think, beginning to lay in some of the large... I'm just going to do one right here. I'm going to start laying in the sort of heavy residential areas. The only thing is going to be power, and the power should jump across there, no problem, I think. So we'll put that in initially. Because we've got such a big residential demand, they should start building on there almost immediately. Let's have a look at some other things. So healthcare's not doing too badly. Death care is going to be the thing that we need to look at here. And I think that potentially what might be a good thing to do here is, again, having like a large sort of... like we've got here, advanced crematorium. We've got loads of space out here, and look, you know, that should cover a big area for us, I think. Actually, in terms of death care, now is that just me? See, now that's interesting. When we look at healthcare, see with healthcare you can see like the kind of highlighted areas. When you come to death care, look, the entire city is like covered. Which is kind of surprising, because I would very much assume that we did not have enough death care down here. But according to the highlighted area, that can't be right. I mean, I did build this thing, I think, which is the large advanced crematorium. I don't think we built that one, but because over here I know I've got like a really big crematorium, but that seems wrong to me. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right that we would have that level of death care. Like, it really doesn't. So I'm not quite sure what is up with that. If anybody's got some suggestions there. You have a cap of 12k. Cap of 12k what? Death care? $12k cap, Luton. For what? For any service? Really? I never knew that. For bodies? Oh god. Well, that's not good for us. So what does that mean? That means that, like... But... Yeah, but I suppose even if you have a cap, I assume if you place more down, they would just use whatever they need to go to, right? Because otherwise that would be a huge problem. Luton buildings get more red when someone dies inside. Yeah, of course. But... we're looking at coverage in terms of what can actually get... Oh wait, look, now it's okay. Oh look, it's okay now. I was just a glitch. Oh yeah, in terms of availability. Yes, I know, but it's just that... I understand that like there's enough kind of coverage for the areas and the people that are in them, but what I'm looking at is... I'm looking at kind of like, you know, just the area. I think that was a glitch before, because it was highlighting everything, and it clearly was not the right situation, so... Looting some cheat service... I hate cheat service assets, I hate them. Also, I don't think I have any cheat service assets, because I usually am careful about that, and I usually get rid of them as soon as I see them. And you can see that now this is back to normal, because previously we were on just like, look, that's hospitals, right? And then we're back to crematoriums, and you can see that's correct now. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my original plan. I'm going to put this guy down here, and I think that's going to be absolutely fine. So I'm going to do that. There we go. Everybody's happy. Yeah, exactly. You can place more to speed up coverage to areas. That's where I was coming from. That's what I was thinking of, right? Okay, we're looking quite cool here. Look, guys, with our big... sort of metropolitan areas which are coming in. Now, I say, because we've got the school right here, we want people to be able to get to school, right? So I'm going to be... I keep thinking of, was it SimCity where you had to set up school runs? You had to set up, like, bus stops for the schools? I think that's what I was thinking of. Okay, so let's do footpaths across here. And that ambient sound from some of these that fire building is super annoying. Actually, let's be consistent. I'll put that like that. I'm going to just do a little cycle path here as well, why not? I hate the way that looks though. It always annoys me. It's okay, I'm probably going to like go over it. One thing I really hate about this tool is that when you get to a certain area on the edge, right? So it's fine, but then when you get to the edge, it kind of does this weird thing where it kind of glitches into it. And then also, see how you can't do it smooth. Like if you do it on an angle like that, it's fine, but you can't do it smooth anywhere else, and that is super, super annoying. And so it means you have to kind of then get another decal and go over it to make it look at all correct. It's just very irritating. I'm sure that's just like, you know, the way the game works and there's nothing you can do about it, but it's just annoying because it just looks crap, and you can hide it by doing other stuff, of course, but it's not the point. It's just pretty irritating, right? So again, what we could then do is we could do something like get another footpath or something, put another footpath next to that, so that then that way it looks like more people are actually going to be walking up and down here. But again, you see now we're back to that same situation where it kind of does that weird thing. I can put some other assets in there as well to make this kind of look like a kind of interesting sort of community area or something like that. Let's just actually just do some decals. I haven't really done this on stream before, so, but I just want to kind of try and cover this area in a little bit with some sort of grass. It's kind of not really daytime either right now. The grass one, the grass never works perfect either, but that's kind of why it doesn't cover it especially well. But if you do something like this, it's better than nothing. Do you know what I mean? So we can kind of cover this area a little bit, and then what I'll do is I'll put like so we'll just have that, and then I can just put in like some trees or something as well, some other bits and pieces here. Let's have a look. River Red, let's get that. You can just put a little load of trees in or something like this. I should probably actually turn on the anarchy for the trees so I can kind of make these work better. Just get these in there. Okay, so we can have a couple of nice little tree elements there, and again we could do a bit more. It's quite good because you can kind of really sort of fill in your tree areas and things like this. You can do other bits and pieces with like different grasses or things like this. Some grass in there as well. So we can kind of make this area. So this is what I say, like you can kind of hide the fact. So that's a bit better straight away. You can kind of hide the fact that the concrete is there. Do you know what I mean? I'm probably just going to go back to single. Trouble is with this grass, it's so huge, like it's always so massive, this grass stuff. I'm just doing that so it breaks up the look of it a little bit. And then we could do something else, get like rock. You know, find some little rocks or something like this, look. But again, it's like all these little details are really nice, but then again it's kind of like, you know, how often do you look at these things, right? It's kind of cool. Adds a little bit to it. Right, we've still got giant residential demand. We're about to break 75k, guys, which is pretty exciting. Right, let's get more residential in here. So I'm going to utilise all of this space here. I tell you what, I might just keep it off of those bits. We'll kind of build on these elements here. Damn, look at these guys. They're really going for it. They're going for these things straight away. I haven't said that they can't build skyscrapers or anything in this part of town, so we'll see. Luton, you can look for concrete brush in workshop. Brush is a strict square. You can also rotate it as you want. Okay, that sounds a really cool idea. I will look for that later. Yeah, because that's been very, very annoying, is that you can't build in a straight line, so that's a cool one. Hide or ignore, it's still the same. Yeah, but I mean, you know, even if you don't have that, like I say, you can do a pretty good job of just like I've done there, just kind of decorating and covering it. And the best thing is like when you build like this big area, you see, now what we have is what looks like a great area of people walk. So you can put like multiple paths, you can create a big concrete area like this, and then it looks like a proper kind of area. Now again, there's, you know, this is pretty horrible. We could probably sort of decorate that, add some elements onto that or something, right? Now the question is, do we build down both sides of these roads? I kind of feel like we have to, because this is going to be like a really major sort of metropolitan area. So I kind of feel like we do have to build down both sides of the road. But there's some people without water right there. So we need to build water all the way down here anyway. I'm just going to do this now, so I don't have to worry about it later. Alright. Yeah, so I think we can build all the way down here, but I don't want to do like, hold up. Oh, there we are, that's good. Yeah, I don't want to do like right the way to the junction, basically, because it can be problematic, so we'll just do... I know I could have used like the grid square thingy, it's fine. Right. I'm probably going to do to just about there, I don't want it to go further along than that. Right, let's look at healthcare now. So our little... Okay, so our crematorium is fine, but I don't think our Cleekison's health clinics are going to cut it for the whole majority of this area. So I'm starting to think maybe we should have some kind of hospital. Also, I think because of the wealth that's going to be associated with this area... Now, for a long time... Now, when I originally saw the modern hospital, privately owned hospital... basically, I initially thought, oh, this is definitely a cheat asset, because its upkeep is only 16 a week, right? But as the owner of the mod explained, because I went and commented on his asset, and I said, I don't like the fact that this is cheap, it's kind of a cheat, etc. And he goes, well, the way you rationalise this is that it's privately owned, so the people that are going there paying to go, and so you as the kind of city manager don't have to pay for it. It's like a commercial enterprise. And I was like, okay, I was like, that does make sense. And the way I think of using this asset is that it's fine to use it, providing you don't just put it everywhere, right? So if you slapped it down all over the place, that would be cheating. But as far as I'm aware, in the entire city, I only have one, which is right here. And the reason I put that there is because it's a kind of affluent area, and I figure maybe they have a private hospital, right? Whereas in loads of other parts of the city, we have things like this guy right here. The hospital, it's costing me $1,200 a week to upkeep. It's like a big city hospital, which is part sponsored by the city, okay? So that's why I think like in some of these kind of affluent, sort of urbanized areas, I'm fine with using it. But I say just use it sparingly so that it's fair. So let's get that in there. But I've got to find a slot where I can actually fit it in. But it does look cool. It works well, I think, within the context. I'm going to put it right here. And I think it looks good. It works well within the context of what we're designing and stuff. So it's all good. Right, we've still got... Our little office area here is expanding very nicely. I'm going to get some more little offices in here. It's good to give the guys, you know, somewhere to work. It's good to give the guys somewhere to work, and so that they don't have to commute and travel really, really far. With that said, we do need to have good education for offices, so we need to make sure that we're kind of providing for that. So we probably also want to get university somewhere in this area, right? And finally, guys, we just smashed through, like 75k population. 75k population is the limit I said I would be at before I started to just buy up other squares of land. Now, as I say, we could wait till 90k, and I don't think it would even be the longest time before we get there. But I just think 90k, 75k, who cares? Like, we can unlock it. Let's just unlock it. So that's what I'm going to do. So we've got that. Bang, we're done. So let's unlock some grid squares. We've got plenty of money. I'm going to purchase this square because I wanted to purchase this for the longest time. I'm going to purchase these square here so we can start working on our aircraft and stuff. I'm going to purchase this square right here so we can unlock that. I'm going to purchase this down here. So I'm going to leave these just for now. And then up at the top here, I'm going to purchase all 3 of these. I'm going to leave this side.
Astrologists report that a devastating meteor will strike the city in the near future. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
No. No. Oh, God. It's the thing I wanted never to happen. Oh, fuck. Oh, my Lord. Well, let's see what happens. We are hitting 100%. This area doesn't have any shelters yet. Fucking hell. This could be 100% disastrous. Have I got time to build a shelter and put people in it? I don't know. I'll tell you where we need to build a shelter down here anyway. This is just, actually, now that we're thinking about it, where we should be building a shelter anyway down here is like... Oh, actually, no. I do have a shelter. There's one. I built one. But I was going to say where we actually need to build another shelter is like right here or something, because this is like a good thoroughfare route. In fact, actually, for this whole town area, we should really build one just kind of like right here or something. Or actually, do you know what? We could build shelters on all 4 or all 3 of these corners, couldn't we? And that would cover everyone really, really well. So I'm going to put one right here where I left that space. And then that'll do us for now. But I will put shelters on each of those 3 corners. And that should just cover everyone, you know. Now, whether or not this is going to actually be utilised, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm kind of get a bit sneaky here. And I do actually get away with using this. I don't know. Right, so we'll start off... Sorry, excuse my voice, guys. We'll start off coming down this way. Look. Wait, hold up. Why does he have to go... Oh, God, because he's freaking... He's going to have to go down this road. Shit. Okay, so let's do a stop like here. Yeah. So I'm going to do one stop there for all of these. They're all going to have to get on that. Then we'll do a stop here, a stop here, and then back, basically. I'll refresh that line later, but that's just what I'm going to do for now, alright? Okay. Right, that should give our guys some coverage. Is there anybody else who needs coverage before we do this? I'm kind of cheating a little bit here, but whatever. God, Timothy Park doesn't have any. Holy Christ. That could be a problem. I'm just trying to look at where I'm placing these as well, because I'm very aware about the whole issues we've had with keeping these things well stocked. So it kind of needs to be like, it needs to be somewhere like this, I think, where it's kind of right on a road. So I'm going to place one there. And also down here, LB Lowlands, they've got nothing going on. And again, sort of just looking at the road layouts. Trouble is, these are very, very kind of residential areas, so they're not especially well suited to, I suppose coming off this highway, but again, we don't really have a lot of connections there. Whatever. It'll be fine. We'll work it out. Right, let's just add stops on this section of land. Right, so we'll start off... We'll just go down this way, I guess. Add a stop. Add stop. Okay, so that'll kind of do for that area, I guess. Right, okay. Let's just deal with this as it comes. All shelters are activated. Take cover, please, guys. Take cover. Damn, some of these places don't have power. Oh, they will do. They're just because they're being built. Do you know what we should do for this? We need to build like a pathway to get here, guys. So people can walk to the shelter from over here. Okay. Right, off they go. Where is it going to hit, though? Where is it going to hit? Does it even tell us where it's going to hit? Oh my god, look, it's going to hit nowhere near. Well, I'm still getting everybody into the shelters, nonetheless. Oh my god, because we just bought all those new grid squares, so now it doesn't matter. Ha ha ha. Well, we still get to see it. Oh man, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. I want to know where we get to see this thing from. Does it animate for us? Or like, does it kind of, the camera zoom in to where? We should be able to see it from like a mile away or something. Let's see where this thing is coming in on. I'm still keeping everybody safe. That would have been where my airport's going. We're still going to keep everybody safe. Oh, it. Oh, I think that was me. Okay. We just want this thing to happen now. I want to know, like, the trigger for when this thing is coming in so I don't miss it. Let's speed it up so we can get it over with. It's going to be like the tsunami, it just takes forever to come. When you say improved disasters, oh, you mean in terms of... I'm not quite sure whether improving it to make it supremely more destructive. Look at the amount of frickin' boats coming in here. I find this bonkers. Look, 4 passengers on the ship. 23 passengers on the ship. 70 passengers. It's too much. Oh, shit, I hear it. Fuck off, cruise ship. I can hear it, but I can't.
A meteor strike has occurred. Avoid the impact site and head to shelter if any is available.
Well, luckily, guys, that did. It must have also targeted the area here. We were very lucky. That could have been devastating. That could have destroyed, like, imagine if that had hit, like, smack bang in the middle of this area or something. So luckily, we got away super lucky right there. Disaster reports, release all citizens. So disaster reports, no casualties, some destroyed, etc. Meteor strike Elaine. I wish you could see, like, all disaster reports ever since you started the city. Right, there we are. We've sent everybody back out. We're going to have a horrific lag fest whilst everybody comes back. Pleased to see. Look that we had, like, our first little disaster successful, and that was kind of good. It made us aware that we had to, like, check in on some of the things that we were doing. Make it a possible tourist attraction. Yeah, exactly right. That'd be perfect. Anyway, God. Well, we got through by the skin of our teeth there. And it made us realise that we had to do stuff. Why is that flashing like that? We have there is a line. We have a working evacuation route, so why is it flashing to me as if it doesn't have that? Look, it's flashing. Look, it's flashing as if saying it needs a line. Is it because of where it's built on? Is it because it's built right on the edge of the road? But there was no problem there. Very strange. Look, it's doing it again. Oh, that's going to piss me off. I'm going to move it, see where that gets. I'm going to put it like properly on a road or something right here. Look, it's like made up its own line. Right, let's make this again, guys. Like I said, we can do this properly now. Oh, actually, I suppose we could... Yeah, okay, let's just... It's because of how it's got to get on the right side of the road, which is annoying, but it's okay, I've got a plan. I know what I'm going to do with this. So I have a stop here, and then it's going to go around, look. And when I come to build houses right here, you see, what we'll do is we'll have it come down this road, like so, and then it'll stop on this corner, and then it'll come back around. Perfect. So that'll go like around that corner basically. So that'll work. Right. Put parks and stuff around the meteor strike area. Yeah, we'll look at it later. Okay. So in the meanwhile, let's get back to the main thing of getting more residents into our area here. So we're going to be building this whole area up, so it's way heavier, big residential area. And we're kind of filling in these bits as we go right now, but I kind of want these to have little parks in almost, actually. I'm just going to take that off. I want to be able to put something in these slots, you see, so that we can kind of fill out the space a little bit, so it's not just big office, big residential blocks. And we can fill in this here. And we should definitely start building in some of our commercial. And we can probably use some of our unique buildings for the commercial area. We've got like the big mall here, the Grand Mall. We can get that in there. That'd be perfect. But we've also got other things. There's some garages. What have we got here? Garages, offices. I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like IKEA and some of these things. Oh, we've got the big aquarium. We've never built that yet. Some other things to unlock. Horizon residences, some industry stuff. Where was IKEA? I swear we had that and hadn't used it. Oh, there's the yeah. Average garbage piling per building at least 25. Yeah, there's a few other things here that I haven't sort of unlocked because I had to redo that. Oh, here we go. Here's IKEA. Alright, let's get IKEA in because people love that. And this will give our kind of office or our sort of like our shopping space something to go for. I can also get in like, look, the real supermarket. Get that in the mix. Make this whole area look proper. Saturn's electronic market. Yeah, we'll get that in there. Why not? So this will be our sort of our proper shopping industrial park here. I need some more power. Oh, come on. Tell me that's not going to cross that. Put a couple of pylons in here. There we go. Okay, cool. It's got enough water. Perfect. So that'll be a start anyway. Not quite sure about the parking situation here, but it's good enough. I think we almost need to kind of step that down a little bit. Or rise that road up, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think actually that road should rise up a little bit, right? Or down. That's a little bit better. I don't know if I can get away with moving this road in a little bit, actually, guys. I kind of want to do that, like. So it's kind of, there we are. That's a little bit better. A little bit better, I say. Not greatly better. A little bit better. Yeah, I was going to do that thing before. I see all these bloody houses like building out into the river. I'm going to have to spend a lot of time on an episode or kind of like really going through and tweaking that up properly. I think also we can do without... let's just look with it. Yeah, we got power coming in from here. So, oh yeah, that was for the offices, wasn't it? I'm just going to temporarily put like pylons coming down here. Well, not pylons, but telegraph wires. So that I can connect this up to power and get rid of these things. I hate those guys. Is that a power box? Yes. Get rid of that. Okay, better. Save the game. Right, so we avoided our horrific disaster. And this city gets bigger and bigger, it's ridiculous. Look at it now. Huge space we're covering. And the best part is we can build like a whole other community now down sort of along here, down this peninsula. Oh, it's so huge, look at it. Loving this sea. It's no wonder I'm getting a bit of lag sometimes now. Anyway, the exciting thing as well is that we can finally get up into the mountains here. And also that we can... oh, I didn't think I ended up purchasing those slots in the end because of the meteor strike coming in. So I was going to purchase these slots up here. Because, there we are, I'm leaving these other bits on the side just for now. But for the longest time, we've not been able to expand Escobar Gorge over here. We've wanted to just soften the edges of this district. 30-minute episode about now, Luton. Yeah, I know. I know that. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye, thank you, but that's all good. Yeah, keeping an eye on the clock. Yeah, we were thinking for ages about kind of expanding Escobar out this way. And also, we've got the mountains to come up here. And I think if I look at resources, yeah, there's a lot of oil, but also there's ore. We're starting to get to ore in the hills here, but it's kind of right up on the very edges. So I kind of want to get in like little mining community. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, actually, because although we still got like this ridiculous residential demand, like so high, so we need to keep the residential stuff coming, really. Somebody said I should put like high residential in this area, and I kind of agree, to a point, that is. There needs to be like a bit of a break between the offices and where that residential stuff is. So I'm just going to kind of fill it in like this. A lot of cars coming up and down this road here, coming in. And then we'll get some lower residential in this area like this, you see. I can still get parks and stuff on these areas. And then we've got so much demand. Got so much demand. I think we can kind of fill in a bit of high residential on there, but not right to the corner. And then we can get some lower residential across this area like that. So we're kind of growing this city. Everything's starting to upgrade a lot more, a lot more, a lot more. We could do with some parking as well, so we can get some parking elements in on this. I think as well. Damn! Look, the buildings are building like right over my. This actually kind of this has worked out quite well, actually. Quite happy with that. Okay, again, so let's just build some higher residential going down through here. Just to about there, I figure. Yep, this is going to look awesome. This is going to look very, very cool when we're finished with this, I think. And this is already looking quite good. We do need to have a tree line break or something going through here, I think. We need to get something going on. Or we concrete the whole bloody thing, one or the other. There's a lot of housing upgrading going on. Also down over here, there's no reason why we still need some more resident. Oh, I was going to put a park or something in there, wasn't I? I was going to put more parks because I feel like this area needs even more parks. Let's have a look. We actually kind of want more leisure or recreation or something over here, I think. Some of the offices. Oh yeah, so look, this is a good example. So these are all assets I downloaded, and I'm confused why. So like old warehouse bricks. So this is like. I never see any extra elements that you need for this. But for example, if I place this down just anywhere, like here. Okay. Oh, that one actually worked. Okay, strange. I'm going to try and find an example of one where that does not work. Because the issue that I was having was that some of the models that I was laying in were just basically not generating. I'll tell you what, I think it was more in the just in the props, basically. So I think it was just under props. It was stuff like, if I can find it. I think it was like industry props. Got to find the thing I wanted to illustrate with. You know I won't be able to find what I was after now. There's basically like some buildings I was laying in, and they would just not generate, so it would create like just the base, but not actually the buildings itself. I can't find it now. Of course I can't find it now. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to place this. And let's see whether this works. Yep, that works. There was something else I know. I'll find out another time and I'll show you. There was like loads of stuff where I was placing it in any place at the base, and I'm assuming people would say, well, you needed to get like the other visual elements or something to get that to work. Damn, look at this cool train here. It's this way. This guy's got lumber. I'm still excited by these trains. This is so cool. I'd be very, very happy with these trains all the time. They're super awesome. This whole industry area is really cool. Right. Now, we've actually managed to, for once, actually keep our residential demand down, which is really surprising, so well done, that's good. We've still got demand for offices and stuff, though, which are being generated very well. Anyway, so coming back to what I was actually supposed to be doing, I was looking for leisure things that we could put in, and so I guess it was after football fields, really. Which would be under normal park, I think. Yeah. The football field is quite large though, so, but there you are, see that'll fit perfectly in there. Right, they love it. That'll fit perfect. This area's got loads of like leisure activities, it's really good for that. And did you have a toy train track when you, well, if you mean like a model railway, then yes we did, yeah. Still got it actually, my parents' place, they've still got that. Right, so, whilst we have diminished that for a little while, damn, this looks like there's a bad fire here. Shit, it's like burned up the railways a bit as well. Nobody ever wants to work on the farms, ever. Like, they always have these huge employment crises constantly. Just like nobody ever wants to work there. Okay, so, my plan was that up here in the hills, so this is where we're starting to get ore deposits. So we're going to start building like a little community out here, right? So if we look at where the ore deposits are, yeah, they're just kind of very much on this little border. So we can start to develop like a little mining town, really. Okay. So I think we're going to start off by just having a bit of a national road to get out here, right? So let's get national road, and that's going to have to come probably off of the highway. But I wanted it more to actually, instead of coming from the highway, which we can connect to, but I really wanted it to come also, and we've got a rail connection here, which is great, but I also wanted it to come basically sort of out from the city here. So we do actually have another road right here that we can use. So this is currently just our 4-lane road. So I'm going to expand our 4-lane road further down anyway, because I figure I'm going to need that. So I'm going to expand this just this direction anyway, like that, I guess. And then at about this juncture, I think we'll branch off onto a national road. And then we're going to have to cross the river. But again, I'm probably going to use straight slope so that we get a bit better star bridge. I'm just trying to think how I want to cross this road though. Maybe we can go like right up over. Yeah, this is what I want to do. So we're going to have it so it actually comes like right over that road. And then we're going to go kind of up through the hills. There we go. Let's come back down. Okay, so now, there we go. So now we're actually here, so let's get off of that. So now let's do tunnel. And I think what we're going to do is stay at that level. So we're going to go do a big tunnel that comes right out through here. Okay, perfect. So here we go. So that road's going to come in. It's going to go straight into this tunnel. It's going to go all the way through. Now, the only thing with that is it kind of pops out the ground a little bit. But what I might do there is just cheat a little bit rather than piss about with the road. I might just landscape this up a bit. Just so I don't have to mess around with it for ages. Too much. I wish it was not night just at this exact time. Okay. So that should help us. So that just kind of, basically we just bury that road a little bit so we don't have to mess around with these things. What's that? The road looks a bit bumpy. Well, we haven't finished yet, have we? Calm down. And again, sort of same on this side. We'd probably just tweak this up a little bit. I'm gonna fix that road in a minute, but I'm gonna do it this exact second and get this done first. Right, so we'll just build this up a little bit. And smooth that over. Okay, great. See, so now that's properly buried into the hillside, which is really, really good. So now we can go in and, as the guys were just saying, the road looks a bit bumpy. So we can just fix this slightly by, of course, using move. So we can just bury this kind of further in. Make sure it's sweeping in, and I think that looks a lot better. In fact, actually, that looks really, really good right now. So I think I'm fine with that. And again, if we want to, I don't think this road even needs tweaking from a kind of angles point of view. The only bit is just right here where it gets a bit of a harsh turn. So again, I might just select a couple of nodes there, just move that slightly. I think more just like that. Some very slight, there we go, just some very small adjustments to the road. Okay, great. Right, so that's good. So now we've got a little road which is coming out of the city. It's going to go up into the hills, and then we want to get over to here basically, right? Also going to save again, because got to do that. Look, have you made the switch to full-time publisher yet? Well, I finished my job in about a week's time. So that's where we're going to be at. Lutein Dynamic Foliage mod. What is this? Oh, is that just where it kind of moves around and stuff? It's nice. Let's find more ways to kill my frames. Anyway, so let's carry on with our national road, right? Frames, come back. Come back, frames, come back. Now the only issue now is going to be, we should do straight slopes so that we can kind of just cut through. Which one is it? Is it this? It's elevated. Forces the ground to follow elevation of the road. Yeah. So if I do this, then it should just cut through, I think. Let me just test. Yeah. So this is quite cool. So basically it will cut through the landscape like that, which is good because it looks more kind of realistic. I just wanted to make sure that was what that was before I use it. So where I want to get to then is, so before I actually build a connecting road. I'm going to sort of build the actual town itself, I guess, a little bit anyway. And for that, I don't need those things. So we want like a small mining town, but I also want a town where I can connect rail up to. So it needs to kind of have a little bit of both going on. So I think the actual town I'm probably going to build over this area, and then that'll be the kind of mining area. So it doesn't want to be kind of like right on top. I don't really know what the topography of this land is. It's quite flat. It's not too bad actually. I couldn't quite see because of the trees. I was worried it was going to be very, very bumpy, but it's not. So I think if we build sort of in this area here, we'll be good. So let's just build. Again, this is supposed to be a very kind of like rural, kind of like the you know, Narcles forest place. So it doesn't really require any sort of order, really. It just can be a town. Just a very rural sort of town. So I'm just going to build almost a little haphazardly. Because yeah, we don't really want this to have any major. It's going to be a very small community place. Very little. And I should probably be using a few more lanes as well, really. Oh, with no streetlights, for God's sake. I can't upgrade that. Okay. Let's just tweak this a bit. What the hell is up with that road, man? Try and get this right. Okay. Better. Okay. In the other mod changes the colour of trees between on seasons. Okay. No problem. Good. Damn, that sound was devastating right there. It's a smashing sound. So I'm just trying to make this a kind of interesting little place. I really wish I really wish sometimes it didn't get as dark as this, as quickly as it does. I'll tell you something, I mean, I think you can slow it down with some mods and stuff like this, but I really wish that you could just, in the base game, set the length of, or the speed with which days go past. I don't know if I can do it with this mod. Sun rotation. Yeah. There are, I think there was a mod originally which adjusted the length of time of the days, but I think it got broken very early on. But I think I did see the other day that someone had repaired it, so potentially that could work now. I'm not sure. Right, so I'm still just kind of, I'm building this with a quite open sort of layout here. Is next week going to be the last stream of Aurora LT? I don't know. I don't know. I don't like to kind of, you know, I always think that the Skylines builds, they just kind of come to a natural endpoint. I don't really like to set like a kind of permanent, like this is definitely the end. We just play it as it goes, you know, and it's like, okay, that seems about the right size for the sort of, maybe even smaller. I think we'll make it very sporadic though. So let's connect our national road up to this now. And also, before I do that, actually, I'm just going to run back over and throw down a bit more residential, because you can see our residential demand is like skyrocketed, right? So again, I'm probably going to put a mix of sort of higher residential in. And this town is already getting quite busy. It's definitely going to be a busy area of town, I think. I will do that. And I'm going to put in some smaller residential here as well. get that in the mix. Look at how fast it's building as well. People really want to come and live in on this. There's a lot more traffic and stuff around. You can just see and feel that there's a lot more traffic coming in. Crazy. Such huge demand coming in straight away for this whole area. Okay, yeah, up here. So yeah, I don't think there's ever a right sort of positional. I just feel it out like how the build is going to go, basically. Chaos Stormcrow, excited to see more of your streams. I've been watching for about a month now. You're far my favourite streamer. Keep up the good work. Thanks so much, man. Very appreciated. I always try to have my streams be kind of chilled out and just enjoy what's going on with it. It's, you know, that's what you want when you're playing games. You want to just like kick back and relax, you know. So I'm going to have this come in on here. I'm not sure if I like this loop here. Like I say, I don't kind of feel like maybe this warrants being as big as it is somewhat. I don't think we need all this here at all. I think it can be much smaller. That's good. And then I can connect this road up, look, you see, so that's what we'll do. So this is going to be a national road from here. I think we'll just make it a little bit of a normal road, just slightly further on, like there. And then from there we can go to national road. Cool. Okay, and then I'll put on straight slope, whatever that is, ground forces. So that when we come down out the hill, see, so as we come out of the hills, guys, it cuts through nicely. That needs to like drop down a little bit, and I'm obviously going to remove that and tweak this so that it connects properly. And then I'll just have to, oh god, not rain. I think I can deal with rain right now with the amount of stuff I've got going on this map. Frames will just annihilate me. Right, I'm just going to drop this one down and we'll see where we go. Actually works pretty good. Yep, might just nudge this one down. A10, thank you very much for coming in. Who's bringing the A10 pain? Blue Adder for another 20. Keep up the good work. Thanks, A10. Thank you very much, Blue Adder. Welcome in this evening, my friend. Looting that roundabout is two-way. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, the one there in the middle of town down there. Good observation. Actually, I actually don't mind it, but it'll probably become a problem later. It's because when we originally put that in, I wasn't thinking of it. Space already occupied. What? Oh, because of this. Why is that space already occupied? I think it's to do with that. Oh, I know why this is. It's probably because I had the zoning thing. Like that. That's why. Because I did that zoning tool on the whole roundabout. And it was freaking out about it, that's why. There we go. Hopefully that will not make those buildings collapse. And they haven't, and that's good. Cool. Right, now it's working better. Thank you very much for that notation there. Still building strong here. Got loads enough. We managed to fulfill our residential demand though. Up to 80k already. We're flying. Flying away. We'll have to fill in and make this area look a little bit better. But it's coming together very nicely. Looking real good. Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, somebody's linking the time fix mod. I know that it was there because I was looking at it the other day. Right, okay, so let's start. We need to get water and everything up here. It's going to be a bit of a pain. So let's do that. We can obviously go off the edge of here. So I'm just going to go straight up, I think, like that. And then over to here, I guess. And then this is going to be a bit of a strange, disjointed community, so I'm not quite sure the best way to plan this out. Over time. Oh, this is because we're right next to the border. Okay, there we go. Right, so that gives us some water. Now for power, where are we going to get power? Again, it's probably going to have to come from the edge of Escobar. Although I actually think I prefer it to come from over here by Narcles Forest. So what I will probably do is actually pylon that all the way out. Or, here's a revolutionary idea. We could keep these guys off the grid because they're up in the hills. Can we get wind power out here? Yeah, we can. We could get some little wind farms up here. And that could supply all the power we need probably. So I think we might just go for that. There we go. So I think we could actually just do this and that will provide all the power we need. And we could just use, what have we got? Like we can just use like an electricity relay station. So let's just get like we'll just get like a substation up here or something like this. Okay. So I have like a little substation which is running that power. And then over here when we get houses in a minute, so we'll put some low residential stuff in here. So let's just start off, I guess, with we'll just start off with the ones furthest out here. And again, to make it sporadic, I'm just going to do kind of like alternate houses like that. Well, I'm going to do that all the way around probably for the most part. Just to kind of do alternate houses, or roughly anyway. Right, so then when these guys start to build in, hopefully soonish, we'll get the power over there. In the meanwhile, I will start running cables over there. Some little houses. There's some cars coming out here already, guys. Slope too steep. Ready? I'm trying to find the little green spot. There we go. Right. So as soon as people, I think that's just like the highways trucks. So we should start to see, the thing is we've got like such a huge residential demands down here that it's been obviously eating up all of our residents, but we'll start getting some stuff out of here soon, I'm sure. We'll start generating once we get people up here. And then we can start working on the ore and the rail facility that we're going to put up here as well. Yep, I know. Yep, I know how much time. So I think actually this will be a good point to stop, guys, and we can come back next time where we start looking at building this community and building our ore mining facility up here in the hills and getting the rail connection in and all the rest of it. So I think we'll stop there on that one. Alright, thanks so much, guys, for Skylines. I'll see you next time. Come back and see what we do with our mining community. So I'll see you next time.